So, this YouTube video says, the doctor, he's a doctor, that vitamin D from the sun, of course, or your supplement, could help with COVID and all that stuff. But I'm using it as for us who are target people, because those people, they put a lot of stuff in us, right? And you start getting things coming out of your skin. Like me, I get like these little, I don't even know what it is. There's just so much of it, because these wicked people, they keep putting it in my skin. How they get it in there, you know, you watch my video, cordyceps, is little minute, little nanoparticles. Like when you go out your house or wherever you live and they go in your house, they could just run into you and blow it on you. You never know what's getting it. They keep putting it on you. I take it out. Every time I take it out, they keep putting it back in. So I know when I'm out in the sunlight, that's why I moved to Florida, because I always wanted sunlight. Anyway, when you go, sunlight helps. A lot of sunlight. Vitamin D, you get sunlight. I know they be saying to use all that stuff to block the sun and all that. I don't do that. I just get my sunlight. And that's what's helping me to fight back against when they put all that stuff on me. And then this video came on YouTube, vitamin D and COVID-19, evidence for prevention and treatment of coronavirus SARS. As far as I'm concerned, what they be doing to us target people is similar to COVID-19 concoction, because they putting stuff on us, you know, same stuff. As far as I'm concerned, they just call it a different name. So here, you can listen to this guy for a minute about vitamin D and the enemy that I know about.
Fructose corn syrup actually can accelerate this inactivation of both the 125 dihydroxy vitamin D and also the 25 hydroxy vitamin D to the inactive form. So that's not to say that other sugars with fructose couldn't do that, but that's what the studies showed that we presented in Update 83. So you may be supplementing, you may be out in the sun, but if you have a diet that's high in high fructose corn syrup, and I'm not talking about fructose from fruits and vegetables, but actually high fructose corn syrup, that is something that can cause problems, and you may not get enough 125 dihydroxy vitamin D. We'll put a link to that video, number 83. Okay, so you may ask, well, what's the problem? I mean, if we just need to go out in the sun and get plenty of vitamin D, why is this an issue? Well, the issue is that if you were to look at recent studies that look at how often we here in the United States, and in fact around the world, spend outdoors, it's actually pretty small. 7.6% of the day we spend outdoors. The problem is in the wintertime, the sun gets up late and goes down early, and also it's not as high in the sky as it should be to get that direct radiation of ultraviolet B. And so it's coming in at an angle, you don't get very good exposure. And in fact, for those people who are living above the 35th parallel or living below the 35th parallel in the southern hemisphere, this can be a very significant issue. The 35th parallel, for those who don't know, sort of runs through the middle of the United States. Now, some have suggested that this may be the reason why we see an increase in viral infections in the winter time, whether it's in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. Winter time is when you're having less sun exposure.
But couldn't this also be explained, could the increase in viral infections also be explained by just people spending more time indoors, in close confinement, windows closed, potential for spread? That.
Anyway, you get the idea. So this high fructose corn syrup, whenever I eat that stuff, the stuff that the Perp people put on me, I notice it starts going crazy, and then so when you that's what I just wanted to say, please, on people out here who are like suffering with target and getting stuff coming out of your skin. They purposely are putting in every single food you look at high fructose corn syrup or just plain corn syrup. Not sugar. Sugar is okay. Regular natural sugar, but the man-made corn syrup, it's a catalyst for their wickedness that they put in us. So try not to eat it. I know I get it in my sometimes, but I try as much as possible. And then after I saw this video, I said, oh my goodness, that's what it is. He said that when you use the high fructose corn syrup, it blocks the vitamin D ability to make vitamin D in your body. And he said that you need vitamin D to fight off the wicked stuff that they be putting, including coronavirus stuff. So they know what's going on. That's why all the food, if you read all the labels, is full of corn syrup in there. High fructose corn syrup, or just corn syrup, or syrup, not sugar or regular sugar, but that corn syrup. That's all I want to share. You can go listen to the video, it's an hour long, but I don't want to read the whole thing. I just want people to be aware and stay away from that corn syrup, because these wicked perps, they're purposely giving us it in our food. The corn syrup just make it a catalyst so that it makes us get a reaction, and then we get all messed up, and then they could come in our bodies and take over us and make us into their robots. I'm not being nobody's robot, so you stay away from high fructose corn syrup as much as possible, because it's in everything. Have a nice day.